I'm not sure I've wanted something more for someone than I would like for Chris to have the opportunity to win a Super Bowl. Particularly given the journey that he's been on, it's somewhat of a Homer's odyssey thing. No Cyclopses, but he certainly had his share of challenges over the course of 8 years, and have gone through those 2 significant injuries, and much to my chagrin, coming back from the ankle surgery within the season, and then the following year fracturing his leg versus Green Bay, and once again coming back and essentially playing on 1.5 legs. The 2 years aren't years that he's proud of, but that's out of your control. When you're injured and you're playing hurt, then it was an opportunity to figure out where to go, and we kept coming back to the same. He's got to make the decision, but in my conversations with him, it always comes back to the same thing: why are you playing? And the answer was always to win. And what place gives you the best opportunity to do that? And there were a couple of spots, and one of them was Atlanta. He loved his visit with Coach Quinn, and loved what they're doing down there, and loved the defensive staff. But when Bill Belichick calls and Tom Brady's in the locker room, it's the first time that's why they call it a draft. You don't have the opportunity to go where you want to go, and this was a unique set of circumstances for a guy who was 30 going on 31. And made the decision to go to New England. He took a chance on them, and they took a chance on him.
So what's it like when you're sitting there watching your son play?
Well, it's difficult. It's really difficult. But it's like any other dad, and I've said this before, and people find this hard to believe. If you've got a kid playing Little League baseball or high school football or basketball, you're feeling the same emotions that I feel sitting at my desk at Fox. If you notice, at halftime, we have TV monitors on our desk that you don't see. My monitor is either on the Bears or the Patriots, and Michael puts the opposite game on his monitor. The problem that I run into is when they're both playing simultaneously, and worse yet, when the ball is being snapped simultaneously. Then you're faced with the challenge of, as a dad, which son do I watch on this? I mean, that's how much I angst over watching them. I probably had 5 conversations with them about my career. We don't talk about. They like to be around people that I played with, because then they can get more information than they get at home. And I've never wanted it to be about me. I've always, if you followed my history with my boys, I'm always in the background. I try to be in the background. Now the Super Bowl, obviously, with the son playing in it, it ends up being about a dad covering his son playing in the Super Bowl, which is an extraordinary moment for us, and I'm not quite sure how I'll react to it as a player. You're nervous, you're anxious, you're excited, and then you get hit, and it's football. Unfortunately, as a broadcaster and just a dad on the sideline, I don't get hit, so the nerves don't go away. It's different, it's unique, and I think it's going to be really special.